I'm David Byers, and I'll be discussing the article Reforming Harvard, Cotton Mather on Education at Cambridge by Kenneth McKenna. Cotton Mather was a New England Puritan clergyman, a prolific writer and researcher, born in 1663, died in 1728. His father, Increase Mather, was the president of Harvard College. The article talks about the loss of conservatism in education at Harvard College to the dismay of Cotton Mather after the appointment of Samuel Willard to the vice president of the school, who really acted as the president due to the Increase Mather's absence. This caused Cotton Mather to pen the important points, 12 points, which he called into questions conduct of the school. It raised questions such as, was learning no longer valued? Is Latin no longer written and spoken? Are the students left to themselves? Are books of the spirit of the gospel passed over in favor of books with rank poison in them from Satan's library? Does the life of the college rob young men of any piety they had acquired at home? The answer to all of these was obviously yes. And he ran it against these tutors who had liberalized the education at Harvard, particularly Ebenezer Pemberton, Henry Flynn, William Brattle, and John Leverett, who was subsequently the next president of Harvard. In 1708, Cotton wrote a letter to William Denison, the Roxbury's representative to the General Court, urging him not to allow this new president from the same cloth to be elected to no avail. And despite its liberalization, though, Mather still sent his son to college, but urging him in the directions for a son going to college, in which he explained that his son should not forget his childhood upbringing and continue to a conservative education on his own while attending Harvard. And later in 1726, he published Mandutio ad Ministerium, Directions for a Candidate on Ministry. This manual was a rehash and formalization of his previous two works. The article, though daunting, finishes with some hope, saying that his methods, Cotton Mather's methods, are experiencing a renaissance in today. In 2004, John Steverman defended Mather in an article, Writing to Conquer All Things, Cotton Mather's Magnalia Christi, Americana, and the Quandary of Copia. He emphasizes Mather's points of the importance of a traditional, pious, Christocentric education. David Centron, in Igniting the Family Sacrifice, Cotton Mather, and Familial Christian Education in Puritan New England, emphasizes the importance of education that children receive at home in their childhood is important, and not to corrupt the young minds at the collegiate level. Stephen M. Wolfe defends Willard in his article, The Role of Nature in New England Puritan Theology, the case of Samuel Willard, saying that it was right to teach of a body-soul composite and that men must rely on their nature to know the truth. However, he fails to mention that our human nature is fallen one, and so unguided, fallen human nature will fall into illogical, self-serving thinking, a grave danger for education at the collegiate level. Today at West Point, there's a similar concern now amongst retired generals and colonels in a letter penned on May 24th, 2022, called The Declaration of Betrayal of West Point and the Long Great Line. They say it's our sacred duty to challenge the dysfunctional conduct of rogue behavior such that which has become to dominate West Point. They've observed a rejection of adherence to ancient principles of the military academy. They betrayed the motto, duty, honor, country. With political indoctrination, they violated freedom of religion and the Nuremberg War Crimes Tribunal by forced vaccination of their cadets with a drug not approved by the FDA. And they teach critical race theory instead of military manuals and history. The cumulative impact of these changes has so altered the military academy that it betrays the purpose for which it was founded in 1802, the defense of our Constitution and maintenance of individual freedom. Echoing Mather in some of our first week's lessons, they say, our country was born of God's inspiration, and without God as the ultimate power and place for redress, no government can serve their constituents. They've made substantial progress in replacing freedom of religion with freedom from religion, and have instituted moral relativism to replace biblical morality. It is interesting that Cotton Mather's concerns for Harvard in the 1700s are still prevalent today at our largest military academy. Thank you.